Very latest, Dana.
And now they are likely facing even more charges since they've been evading law enforcement today as the U.S. Marshals continue to search for them. The prosecutor today detailed numerous troubling red flags leading up to the school shooting, saying these parents are criminally culpable as well.
Get out of here! Go, 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 go!
My role as the Oakland County prosecutor is to seek justice for the victims of this tragedy.
4 teens shot and killed at Oxford High School Tuesday. Tonight, a vigil in Michigan, the community mourning as the 15-year-old accused in the attack, now not the only one charged. His parents, James and Jennifer Crumbley, today each face 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter.
There were a lot of things that could have been so simple to prevent. There was absolute reason to believe this individual was dangerous and disturbed.
Oakland County prosecutor Karen McDonald laid out a timeline today leading up to the shooting. On November 26th, James Crumbley and his son went to a local gun shop and he purchased a Sig Sauer 9mm handgun. Later that day, Ethan posting a picture of him holding the gun on social media saying, quote, "Just got my new beauty today," with heart emojis. Then the following day, one of Jennifer Crumbley's social media posts read, quote, "Mom and Son Day, testing out his new Christmas present." 2 days later, on the 29th, a teacher at Oxford High School saw Ethan searching for ammunition on his cell phone and alerted school officials, who left a voicemail and email for Ethan's parents with no response.
Thereafter, Jennifer Crumbley exchanged text messages about the incident with her son on that day, stating, quote, "LOL, I'm not mad at you. You have to learn not to get caught," end quote.
And on the morning of the shooting, a teacher sees a disturbing drawing on Ethan's desk.
The note contained the following: a drawing of a semi-automatic handgun pointing at the words, quote, "The thoughts won't stop, help me," end quote. In another section of the note was a drawing of a bullet with the following words above that bullet, quote, "Blood everywhere," end quote. Between the drawing of the gun and the bullet is a drawing of a person who appears to have been shot twice and bleeding. Below that figure is a drawing of a laughing emoji. Further down the drawing are the words, quote, "My life is useless," end quote. And to the right of that are the words, quote, "The world is dead."
The principal called James and Jennifer Crumbley to the school and told them they must get their son into counseling within 48 hours.
"Do you understand all the charges against you?"
But they left without him. Ethan allowed to return to class. The prosecutor says the handgun likely in his backpack.
He should not have been allowed to go back to that class.
There are no discipline records at the high school. Yes, this student did have contact with our front office. And yes, his parents were on campus November 30th.
A law enforcement official told CNN tonight that the couple withdrew $4,000 from an ATM today in Rochester, Michigan, that is very close to Oxford, and that they have now turned off their cell phones. The prosecutor said tonight that the sheriff's office had been pinging those phones and relayed to her that they were confident of their location just a day and a half ago. Now tonight, they're believed to be driving a black 2012 Kia SUV. They were supposed to be arraigned today at 3 p.m. our time. We're told that hearing could happen tomorrow if they turn themselves in or if they're located by the marshal's office or other law enforcement.
So they were supposed to turn themselves in at 3 o'clock today. They've been missing ever since then. $4,000 gone. Cell phones nowhere, turned off from all we know. So no one knows where they are.
That's right. Their attorneys, though, did tell the sheriff's office that they were not, in fact, on the run, that they had left home for their own safety the night of the shooting, and that they do plan to return to turn themselves in. But so far, that hasn't happened.
Thank you, Dana. We are following more breaking news for you. Heavy police activity tonight off the Mag Mile amid a shooting near that busy stretch. And